the islands that dreamed of freedom. Long ago, in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, there lay a cluster of over 7,000 islands shimmering like emeralds under the golden sun. This land, known as the Philippines, was home to brave warriors, wise elders, and people whose hearts were bound by songs, faith, and dreams of freedom. The story begins hundreds of years ago, before cities and electric lights, when the air smelled of salt and forest, and the stars guided travelers across the seas. The ancient Filipinos lived in small communities called barangays, each led by a datu, a noble chief. They traded pearls, gold, and spices with faraway lands, even before strangers came. But one day, in 1521, sails appeared on the horizon. The people of the islands watched as giant wooden ships approached, carrying men dressed in shining armor. At their head was Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer sailing under the Spanish flag. He brought a cross, a sword, and a dream to claim the islands for Spain. In the island of Mactan, a proud warrior named Lapu-Lapu stood against him. Under the morning sun, the clash of courage echoed across the shore. The Battle of Mactan became legend, for it was there that Magellan fell, and the people realized that even the mightiest could fall before the will of the free. For over 300 years, Spain ruled the islands. Churches rose where forests once stood, town plazas filled with bells and prayers. But deep in the Filipino heart, a quiet fire burned, the desire to be free. In the late 1800s, a young man named José Rizal used his pen as his weapon. His novels opened the eyes of his countrymen to injustice and hope. His death in 1896 sparked the flames of the Philippine Revolution. The cry of Andrés Bonifacio and the Katipunan thundered across the land. Kalayan, freedom. Then came Emilio Aguinaldo, who waved the Philippine flag for the first time on June 12, 1898, declaring independence. The people cheered, their hearts swelling with pride. But the story was not over. Another power, America, soon came, bringing a new kind of rule. The people fought again, bravely, though the cost was heavy. Years later, in 1941, dark skies filled with planes as World War II reached the islands. The Japanese invasion brought sorrow and fear, but heroes rose. Josefa Llanes Escoda, Jose Abad Santos, Nicanor Reyes, and countless others, their courage shining even in the darkest nights. When the war ended, the Philippines stood scarred, but unbroken. On July 4th, 1946, the world witnessed a new dawn. The Philippines was finally free. The flag waved under open skies, a symbol of all the battles fought and won, of unity, courage, and love for country. The years that followed brought both triumphs and trials. The People Power Revolution of 1986 became a global symbol of peaceful resistance, where millions stood hand in hand, yellow ribbons fluttering, and faith filled the streets. Together, they ended dictatorship without a single shot fired. And so today, as the islands sleep under the same moon that watched over Magellan, Lapu-Lapu, Rizal, and every hero who came after, The story continues, written by every Filipino who dreams, fights, and loves their country. Because the Philippines is not just a place, it is a living story of resilience, bravery, and hope. And tonight, as the waves whisper against the shore, the islands still dream of a brighter tomorrow.